Hello, 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 and welcome to the Access 3-Day Body Class. My name is Kass Thomas, and I'm an Access Consciousness Certified Facilitator and a 3-day body class facilitator. And the Access 3-Day Body Classes are 3 days of magic for you and your body. In order to attend the class, you do have to have done at least one bars class, Access Bars class, which is a 1-day class where you learn how to run and receive the Access bars, which are 32 points on the head that, when lightly touched, release all the stress and points of view and electromagnetic component of thoughts, feelings, and emotions. And the Access Bars class is wonderful. And after you've had a session, 45 minutes, half hour, 90 minutes of bars, you really are just able to approach your life with more ease, without a point of view, without the past points of view and feelings and emotions attached with different areas of your life. So that 1-day Access Bars class is a prerequisite. And also the 4-day Access the Foundation class is a prerequisite for the 3-day body class. And the 4 days of foundation, you can have done that really at any time. It's not that you have to have done it within a certain amount of time, 6 months or a year before the body class. Especially with my body classes, people have called them, the body classes that I do, people have called them the foundational body classes. Because I really love to work with the basic tools of access and show you how you can use those tools, the really basic tools from the bars, from the foundation, how you can use those tools with your body to create change and magic in your life. So definitely, if you haven't done an Access Bars class, get yourself one. There are thousands and thousands of facilitators who hold those classes around the world. I've been holding some lately, and I'm really enjoying doing them. And also to a foundation class. There's probably about 400 of us around the world that do facilitate the 4-day foundation, Access the Foundation class. And I believe we're about 20 around the world that do facilitate the Access 3-day body class. So those are a bit more rare, if you like, because it's a class that you do need some prerequisites for, and they're magic. Those classes are just magic.
You want a little bit of magic in your class, in your life.
And so there's some questions that are coming up around the body class, and I'd love to just respond to them. I have my friend Catherine from London who's on, and she's full of questions about it. So I'll be responding to her questions that she's putting both in the chat and in my ear. So what are some of the questions people are asking about the body class?
So firstly, a practical question. What exactly happens in the class? What will we be doing?
A practical question. What will the class be like? What will people be doing in the class? Well, for me, the body classes are, each and every one of them is unique. What shows up, I always receive something, and more than one thing, from the classes. And it depends on who shows up in the class, what actually we as a group create, right? Because it's not just, I'm the teacher and I'm teaching you. The tools are really always in the form of question, right? We do in Access these verbal processing, which is in the form of a question. And then we use the clearing statement to really clear energetically anything that doesn't allow you to access the greatness of you. And the body classes are the same. It's a question that you are proposing to your body. I know a lot of modalities, they have a goal and a specific target that they'd like to reach. You have to open up to one level or another level or another level. And that's the beauty of the tools of access in general, but and particularly with these body processes, and especially this new manual of the 3-day body class, which is about inviting you to open up to more ease in this reality. So what we do usually for me in the 3 day body classes is start the morning off with some verbal processing, with some conversation, really asking people what it is that you would like to reach, get to, clear, and invite more of into your life and with your body. And so it's in the morning, the first morning, it's a bit of a dance to allow you to recognize how much of a role your body plays in every area of your life, and to clear with verbal processing anything that doesn't allow you to receive all the gifts of the 3 days, right? And then we pair people up, so you work on a massage table for the 3 days with a partner, and you choose from a variety over 50 body processes, and which one of those processes in that moment is going to be the greatest contribution to you and to your partner. And you engage the universe in asking for that contribution. So 3 days of really gifting your body the possibility to access more space, have more ease, and really feel more comfortable in your own skin, right? We have chosen to be here on this planet at this time, and we're here with bodies, and the bodies give us so much information continuously, and a lot of times we have, judgments about our body. We have points of view about our body, how it should look, what it should do, and we don't enter into a dialogue with our body, asking the body questions, receiving information from the body. We're telling the body, oh my gosh, why do you look so old? Oh, look at that nose. Why are you so big? Oh, look at that, And that's not a dialogue. And how much of that do we do in our lives also, even in relationships with people? So entering into that sort of sweet dialogue and having fun with your body, really. There's so many conversations that only you and your body can have. It's like a interpersonal relationship that you have access to all the time. That if you're willing to nurture that relationship, and you can have a communion with your body that allows you to approach every area of your life with really more ease and a comfort, Yeah.
Well, that brings me on to one of the questions that's been asked. Let me just find it. I've been involved with Access Consciousness for a few years now, and I still find it hard to be in communion with my body. How can the 3-day body class help change this?
Right. The question that is being asked is about how can a 3-day body class change, your level of comfort and communion with your body. And, the reality is that nothing or no one can affect the change for you. Okay? A lot of times we're waiting for, consciousness to rain down upon us, or for a class to change our lives. We have to make the demand. I am ready to create something new and something different in my life. Now, what and who and where can I be? Can I go? That will allow me to do that. When you make that demand in your life, when you step up and say, you know what, this is changing, and I'm willing to do whatever it takes to change this, right? That's a whole different energy. I remember I used to live in New York, right? I live in Rome now, in Italy. I've been living here for about 20 years, but I used to live in New York, and there's so many, yoga classes and expos on mind, body, spirit, and so many things that you can do, quote unquote, that, complete your checklist. Okay, I've done that. I've done that. I've done that. Okay, I'm being conscious because I'm doing these and following these. And when I moved to Rome, it was very interesting. 20 years ago, there was not that much going on. So all that doing, right, that I was doing in New York, going to this event, going to that event, doing a yoga class here, wasn't really available. So it came down to me choosing and me demanding and me stepping up, right? And stepping out, and stepping into my life and saying, you know what? I'm going to seek this and I'm going to have this. So, what can I create? What can I invite? Where can I go? With whom? And even with myself, that will allow me to continue my search for more ease, for more communion, for more consciousness, for more connection, right? And so it's almost as if, you're inviting and desiring more communion, you're desiring more ease with your body, you're desiring a better relationship, and you're waiting for it to happen. That's one way, right? And have fun with that. And that's a passive sort of waiting when you're doing that, because you're waiting for something to show up. An active waiting, an active search is choosing and being at the front door with the door open, arms open, and saying, okay, here I am. I'm meeting you not only halfway, I'm stepping out and ready to have this change. And that's what you really need to do, not just for a 3-day body class, but in anything in your life. If the universe, if the energy feels that you are there and you're asking for it, there is a clarity in your message, in your ask, in your request that is unmistakable. And it's like, oh, is that what you were asking for? I didn't really get it. I thought class and that class, but I didn't really have a clear message. You're asking for more and you're ready to receive more. Here it is. And the world of possibilities opens up for you. In fact, we talk about in Access that that asking the question, having the demand in your life, following me. Asking, see that? When you put that energy out there, everyone's like, oh, I can feel Kass. Oh, where is she? Where is she? And people start calling you, right? And I just want to say a little thing. If you're asking for money to show up in your life and your phone rings, definitely answer it, because it might be the universe responding to you through a phone call, even if it's someone that you're like, oh, that person doesn't have any money for me or can't help me with money. But anyway, I'll call her back. That was my girlfriend. But if you're asking, what I want to say is, if you're asking with clarity for more ease, for more communion, and if you have the awareness that no matter what it takes, I am not going to give in, I'm not going to stop asking, I'm not going to passively approach this, I am going to make this my target, my goal, to have more communion with me. Now, universe, show me the possibilities. Show me the magic. And you will be so delightfully surprised at all of the possibilities that show up. So in these 3-day body classes, I mean, I help with that. I invite you to that. Stepping up and stepping into the area, the space of possibilities, and being willing to receive more than you ever even thought was possible, and not having a predefined, this is what it has to look like, just really recognizing how it shows up in a lot of different ways, right? One of the things that is definitely going to change in the 3-day body classes is that you will be able to perceive energy with more, I would say, accuracy. I'm not sure why that word's coming up. With more accuracy, meaning when your body has what you might call a stomach ache, or when your body is having what you might call a headache, then you've got a whole lot of questions you can ask that would give you information about what your body is communicating to you with that intensity. And we play with that a lot continuously. And that's the beauty of classes, right? Because you get to play with it. There's no mistakes. There's just, oh, does this work? Oh, does this work? Oh, does this work? Oh, does this work? Continually being in the question. And when you get a yes, the whole world opens up. You have a lightness about you. And I must say, I don't even know how many body classes I've done over the last 5 years. A lot, and in a lot of different places. And there's one thing that I know: change occurs. And you have more ease and more delight with you and your body. And for me, every time one person changes, the whole world changes. Yeah. And just think about 20, 30, 40, 50. I've had like 75 people in body classes. And the more we are willing to receive for us, the more others are invited to that around us. And your relationship changes, your family changes, your rapport with your animals changes, the way you see your home changes. Everything changes because your body is so willing to contribute to you. Yeah. So, oops, I may have gone on too long with that. Is that good? Did I answer your question?
Yes, thank you. There's lots of questions within everything you've said. So the first one is, someone's asked that they've had lots of health troubles since they were quite little, and how can 3-day body, or can 3-day body really sort of get rid of that pattern, so that they can be well in their bodies now?
The question is about health, and how can the 3-day body class change that, And I'm going to be honest with you. Anything is changeable. Really, anything is changeable. Possibilities with your body are infinite. And a lot of times people ask in the 3-day body classes, and these 3-day body classes were created by Gary Douglas and Dr. Dane here, the founder and co-creator of Access. And what the invitation was, why did they create these classes? A lot of the original body processes were already in that 4-day foundation class of Access, or in the COP classes, the Choice of Possibility 3-day classes that now are being done with Access. And people were not using the tools. They were not running the body processes. Because we're always, the verbal processes and the bars, they do work on the mind and the thoughts and feelings and emotion. What these body processes do is they invite the body to refine its vibration, right? Our bodies vibrate and are in line with the vibration and the energy and the cycles of the earth, of the universe. We know that, with the tides, the moon cycles and all that, and women in particular are aware of that with their menstrual cycles and stuff like that. So if anything can change, if you're willing to get back to you. And that's what this verbal processing is about. I mean, I'm just telling you the secret, right? That's the truth of it, though. These verbal processes are about getting rid of anything, all of the, in Italian we say sovrastruttura, which means what you have built up on top of the original essence of you, right? So the more you are willing to let go of some of those blocks and limitations that you've put between you and you, right? The easier the direct connection is with your body and with the energy of infinite possibilities. I was talking to my girlfriend of mine from India. She's a 3-day body class facilitator. She said an amazing thing. We have a body process, and it's even in the foundation manual, talking about cellular memory. And where we are dialoguing, we are talking to the cells and asking them to remember their original state of health, right? And she said something so gorgeous. She said the original state of our cells is love, is infinite possibilities, is possibility to change, right? So we are tapping into that energy, and believe me, everyone has their unique brand of magic. This is one of mine, to really invite you to slow down. Ah, I need to change. I need to do this. I need to do that. I need to do that. Slow it down and enter into the energy of where change is possible. So the question was about, can we change health issues? Absolutely, because in order to have an health issue, right, it means, an issue really means that something has been given to you. And it may have been given to you by somebody else's point of view, by your family, lineage, all that, right? That is not who you are, though, and that's not what your body's capable of. So if you're in these 3 days of the Access 3-day body class, you have already prepared the ground, if you will, the ripe picking for choosing something different. And what these 3 days, what occurs magically in these 3 days is that you then begin to put into motion that question, creativity, choice, and possibilities that allow you to say, you know what? This is not who I am. This is not what my body is about. I'd like to choose something different starting today. And so there are tons of stories. People have really gone from fourth stage cancer to no signs of it. People have really changed all kinds of sicknesses, got up out of wheelchairs. And is it the 3-day body class that does that, honestly? No. It's you who make the choice and use the tools from the 3-day body class and from Access in general to change your course and get back on the course of your life. That's the truth. I said it. That's the truth. So, I mean, the short answer is, can you change your health issues? Absolutely, yes. Will you? That's up to you.
So that leads me into a great question about skepticism.
Skepticism. Somebody's talking about skepticism. Go ahead.
How does someone that wants to change but has that nagging voice in their head, nothing works for me,
right?
How will this change?
How does somebody who wants to change?
Readiness.
Yeah, it's a great question. Somebody who wants to change things in their lives but has that nagging voice in their head. I mean, I'm going to give you my version of a short answer, but that nagging voice in your head is not you, first of all, okay? That you can't do it, you cannot do it. Some people say it's entities, and some people say it's the devil, some people say it's demons, some people, we have a lot of definitions of that, but it is also the mind that is entrained in a certain way to talk about the nots and the don'ts and the can'ts. The universe doesn't deal with nots, don'ts, and can'ts. The universe is always about what can I do, right? So everywhere we have been focusing on what we can't and won't and don't do, that is not who you are. That is something you've picked up along the way. And you know what? I'm going to tell you something. It's a way we use to not be disappointed, right? And it's a way we use to stop us from even trying. And it's a way we use to limit ourselves and make ourselves fit into this reality. But this reality is not the only reality, and it is not the reality. So I would like to invite you, for every I can't, please come up with an I can, right? And I can walk to the bathroom, as easy as that. You know what I mean? You've got lots of cans in your life. Would you be willing, I call it, to give it equal airtime, right? Like, on the news program when they talk about, hey, disaster here, disaster there, failure here, failure there. That's all the can'ts. That's all the don'ts, those are all the won'ts, right? What about some equal airtime? And here is something that's possible, right? Just begin, please, training yourself. For every can't or don't or stop that you say, please also say something that you can, will, and move forward with, okay? Because a stop is a no movement, so something you will move forward with. It doesn't have to be life shattering that can. It could simply, in training yourself to acknowledge the positive and not just concentrate on the negative. So that's what skepticism is about. And, you know, there's a couple of things, you know, you hear things over your life, and there's something that I really love, and it's been said in so many different ways, from Einstein to, you know, lots of people, but what would you prefer? Would you prefer to live your life believing that magic exists, and then when your life is over, dying, transforming, to find out, oh, magic didn't exist at all, but you led your life believing and creating magic, right? And then find out, oh, that wasn't magic, that was just something else. You still had a lovely time. Or would you prefer to live your life being skeptical, being cynical, believing that magic does not exist, and then dying and finding out, oh shucks, there were so many possibilities for magic, but because I didn't believe in it, I didn't even take those possibilities. I didn't choose those possibilities. Let me just give you a hint. Please, would you be willing to live your life believing that magic exists, asking the universe, show me the magic, right? That's step 1 in my 7 Steps to Flawless Communication book. Ask, universe, please, show me the magic. And you're really asking the universe, show me, reflect to me who I really am, not who I have been trying to convince myself that I am, right? So that I can fit into this reality, okay? Please, will you do that for me? Just do it for me. Yeah. So, yeah. So skepticism is a fallback plan, is a safety hatch, right? Jump.
Thank you. That's amazing. We have lots of specific issues that people have asked about. And one of them, when you talked a little bit about control or letting go of control, one lady has asked about going into the menopause, and she says her body's going a bit loopy. What can the 3-day body help her with there?
Right.
Because she feels like she can't control anything, and she's all moody, and she's putting on weight, and hormones are all over the place.
So there's a lot of specific questions coming up from people, right, that they're chatting and they're asking about menopause, moody, putting on weight, right? Dear, one of the things I would like to share, there's 5, right? Okay, so one of the things I would like to share is that if it's access, if it's meditation, if it's whatever it is that you're choosing to empower you and self-growth, right? They're probably all lots of tools that work, right? Use what works, even with access for you, and don't use what doesn't work. That's easy, right? None of them, though, no matter what the modality is, none of them stop things from showing up in your life, right? We make choices and things show up in our lives. But I got a secret for you. We're not alone on the planet. So while we're making choices, right, other people are making choices too. And if we're involved with those other people, there are neighbors, you know, they leave the water on, there's a flood, it does influence our floor too, right? Things show up in your life. The difference is the ease and the quickness with which you, let's say, resolve them, right? Go beyond them and deal with them, handle them, use any word you want. That's what the difference is. It really is. It's not that, oh, now I've done this for so long. I'm so zen. Nothing ever shows up in my life. Hello? That's called death. That's not called life and living. If you are actually living your life, stuff's going to show up, right? That's called life and living. Be grateful for it. And also recognize as you use these tools and as you use the tools to dialogue and to be in communion with your life and your body, right? Recognize how much quicker you go beyond it, right? How much quicker you get over your hysteria or your depression, or even if we're talking about menopause, that hot flash may come and you're like, okay, let me center back on me. Let me come back to me, to my space, and watch how quickly it goes. Bad mood, that happens. That's like you being alive, right? Irritated, right? We have this tool in Access. It's one of what we call the 10 commandments of Access, called Live Your Life in 10-second increments. Be moody for 10 seconds. Who cares? It might even be fun. If you recognize that you can choose to be moody for an hour, but do it at 10 seconds at a time. And usually you get way too bored with one mood only in about 3 minutes or 5 minutes or even an hour, right? You get way too bored if you're choosing it. Okay, I'm moody. I'm still moody. 10 seconds. 10 seconds of moody and irritated. That's what I am. Okay, another 10 seconds. Moody, irritated, hot flashes, and something else. Okay, another 10 seconds. I'm over that. You really do get over it quicker. And that's what using the tools are like. And, it's been about 15 years I've been using these tools and integrating them in my life. And I get a lot of life. I live a lot of life. I have fun. I travel. I've got, a crazy hubby that's, supposed to be an architect. He is an architect. But plays tennis all the time. He's cook. I get lots of opportunities to use the tools, and I choose them. And I notice the difference when I'm using them and when I'm not using them. And I don't go into judgment of me when I don't use them. What I do is I notice how much more ease, and it's easier, which is not the same as ease, when I do use the tools. So really not just using the tools, but becoming the vibration of ease, joy, and glory is what will allow you to get over stuff a lot quicker. That's one of the things people say. One of the main comments I hear from people about Access. What is the difference in Access? It's quick. It's fast. It's faster than anything I've ever known, they say. Now, I haven't done a lot of spiritual stuff, so I don't know. But I just chose Access. Gary Douglas said to me, that's because you're smart, Kass. You waited until something showed up that actually resonated with what you're looking for. I'm looking for ease. I'm looking for a good time. And I'm creating it. And these tools help a lot. And with my body. So the losing weight part, it's a choice. It is absolutely a choice. But you've got to talk to your body. You've got to ask your body, right? Dialogue with it. And don't judge it. When there's judgment, it's very difficult to change something. Because judgment is basically a lie, right? Ask your body what it wants to look like. I asked my body, as it started gaining weight a few years ago, sort of sarcastically, oh, come on, body, what do you want to do? You want to gain some more weight, even more weight? I got a yes. I was like, oh my God, right? And then when it's ready to change, it does. So this gratitude has been really huge in my life, especially in the last few, days, hours, months, years, I don't know. Pick something every day. This is really great that you can be grateful for about your body, since we're talking about bodies. And you will see how much more relaxation you have in your life and in your body and how you can change things. Be grateful for that, right? Some people are numb. They don't feel their body. Some people are paralyzed from the neck down. They feel nothing. Do you know how grateful they would be to feel a tummy gurgle or a hot flash, right? If you change your point of view, Dr. Dane said it first, your point of view creates your reality. So what is the point of view that you have, that you're having, that doesn't allow a reality that you are not happy with to change? Yeah, what is that?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. And please don't go into judgment if you don't do it. Please, please, please don't go into judgment about you if you're not doing it. Oh, shoot, I've been using these tools for so long and I've been doing stuff and I'm still having this, all the stills. Every time you say, this is still showing up, I'm still doing this, please. POC and POD, point of creation, point of destruction. You can get that, theclearingstatement.com information on that. POC and POD, all the stills in your life. The still points, this I'm still doing, this is still happening, right? POC and POD them all. Destroy and uncreate them all. And say, change it. I call this the Delhi phrase from Delhi, India. Up until now, this has been showing up. And what else is possible now? Yeah, please use it. Your life will change. And I really love when people get these tools and use them and they change their life, because I really like hanging out with people, and people aren't when they're not happy, it's they don't like to hang out. So and they don't like to talk and they don't like to play. So I'm loving when people are happy and are able to get rid of anything that doesn't allow them to be happy, because they're more willing to play and create. And this is the vibration of you. And with this vibration, we can and are and will change what this reality thinks is possible.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We have a question about business. I'm interested in including my body in my business. Can you speak to this? Will this class help me?
Including your body in your business, right? What about including your business in your body? I don't know why I asked that, but that's what came up for me. Yeah. Your business usually is an entity in itself. And your body is an entity in itself. So what is the dialogue that you can activate between the two that will be fun for both? And we can expand upon that a lot. Yeah. So but just take that. What is the dialogue between these two entities that is not happening, right? That if you were to just ask a question. So what is a dialogue, right? A dialogue is like, hey, how are you? And waiting for a response, right? Now your business might not send you a letter, hello, this is a response from your business. You asked how I'm doing, and here is my answer. I'm doing fine. How are you? Right? That's not that's not the response. The response is actually energetic a lot, most of the time. But if you're willing to receive that energetic response, it also manifests, shows up in this physical reality. So when you begin a dialogue, right, or deepen a dialogue, a lot of people are using the tools and having dialogue, and we can always deepen or widen the dialogue, right? So ask, that is a great question. How can my body be a contribution to my business, and how can my business be a contribution to my body? Well, one idea is if your business is making money or running smoothly, then you don't have tension and anxiety and stress in your body. That's how your business can be a contribution to your body, right? And if your body is not feeling stressed, not anxious, and therefore not on a reactive defensive mode, then the energy you're contributing to your business is going to be more smooth, so that people are feeling, hey, that business feels nice. I think I'm going to go with that, instead of another one that's pushing energy at me all the time. Buy, sell, do this. You better come, you better come, you better come, right? If your body is relaxed and at ease, then it can absolutely be a contribution to your business, because your
so
business,
this class can help with that.
your business has that vibration. Absolutely. Really. You know, it's so funny. People ask, what can the 3-day body class help with? Or they say, you know, I'm not interested in the 3-day body class at the moment because I'm working on some other issues in my life. I'm not really, you know, working on my body right now. That's my next issue. Let me say that your body is part of every area of your life, okay? Your relationships, your financial situation, your business, your family, right? And your health, obviously, it includes your body, your mental health. It's a part of every part of your life. So if you are willing, right, to give your body the time, 3 days, right, and then after those 3 days, continually utilizing the tools and accessing the space. We do record the 3-day body class, and I often, it's part of the class, my class anyway. I gift that, and I recommend listening to the recordings because they remind you of the space that you were willing and able to access in those 3 days. And it can help you with every area of your life. It changes your vibration from to yeah. Yeah. And the world and the universe and the molecules and abundance and creation and expansiveness all want to play with you. Like, who's more fun to play with? This person? Just a choice. What is the energy? What is the vibration? What's the space that you'd like to have more of in your life?
Thank you. So to sum up, what would you say are the benefits of coming to class?
Right. You know, the question that someone's asking is what would I say are the benefits of coming to class? It's not just about coming to class. It starts way before that. It's choosing. And, you know, there are some body processes in the 3-day body manual, most of them really, that aren't part of the individual body process facilitators, meaning you can't learn them in a 4-hour or 1-day class because they're new. It's new, the 3-day body class manual. And some of the processes say only run these on people who have done this 3-day body class or a COP. And then people say, well, I haven't done the class yet. I'm just starting today, right? So can I run it on? Can I have it run on me? But the moment you choose, I'm going to dedicate 3 days of my life to me and my body. That's already a huge choice, right? Making that choice, stepping up and saying, I'm going to dedicate this to me is already a choice. So the process starts way before that. And our bodies are really willing to be that expansive energy and tap into that. So what are some of the benefits of a 3-day body class? It's making that choice for you to really step up and say, I'm going to dedicate this time for me. Also, and this is for me with lots of the access classes, it's very rare that you are in a room with people who are stepping up and asking for more in their lives. How often are we with people, around people, who are in constant judgment, who are always negative, who aren't asking for more, who don't even believe more is possible? So just being around people who choose to move forward in their lives and expand their lives is already a contribution. Then we have the amazing processes. And I say amazing, I mean, we use amazing. I'm born in America, we always use fabulous, awesome, amazing, right? But they really are amazing, these processes, because they, like I mentioned before, they are not about a specific destination, a specific target. These processes are gentle, non-invasive, and really life-changing because they open up and invite you and your body to a space of possibility, to a vibration that you may not have seen, felt, sensed, accessed in this lifetime, really. Usually where babies come out, they have no points of view, they're open to everything. Lots of people experience babies and bodies experience some trauma in the womb, you know? So in this lifetime, you may not have accessed the space that you as a being, you as, you know, you want to call it soul, being, infinite being are, you know? These body processes remind you, right, of that. Invite your body to access that. And you can't go back to the small box you were in before the 3-day body class. Sorry, not possible. I actually think there should be a warning on the manual. Attention, you're asking for more ease. You're going to get it. You're asking for more consciousness. You're going to get it. You're asking to receive more. You're going to receive more. And it's so nice, I gotta tell you. Lots of people, for lots of different reasons and motivations, have really locked up their bodies and shielded their bodies from receiving, you know, too much attention or being noticed. And we sometimes gain weight so that people don't even see us. But the truth is, your body receives everything. So what we do in these 3-day body classes is really introduce you to yourself and begin a dance that will allow you to really enjoy the abundance that's possible. I love that, introduce you to yourself. It was a great jazz song. Let me introduce you to yourself. I believe you two have never really met. If you take a little time to get acquainted, you can settle all your differences, I bet. Now the two of you are related, don't you know? Why don't you both take time and meet on common ground? Yeah, so the benefit is you get a whole new, a reintroduction to yourself. How does it get any better than that? It's awesome, yeah, and it's new. I always ask people who has done this class before, and who is it the first time. And I always raise my hand as the first time. What if everything, even getting up out of bed, you approached it as the first time? What magic and miracles would be possible from there? What if you started your day like that? Yeah. So, woo! Okay, I'll say it. I don't know if it's clear. I love the Access 3-day body class, okay? I'm just saying. I love it. And I'm so grateful to be one of the facilitators of that. And I hope that there will be more facilitators of this, because we all have gifts with bodies. And, you know, one of the things about this is that there's a lot going on the planet. Tornadoes, hurricanes, earthquakes, volcanoes, right? And we all have the possibility to activate healing in our own bodies and invite healing in other people's bodies. And this is one of the things that this body class does. It reminds you of that, it reactivates your healing abilities for you, and it gets you more familiar with what you are capable of inviting in other people, the healing you're capable of inviting in other people. And it allows you also to recognize that people have choice. They may choose it, they may not, but you know that you are being and doing everything that you possibly can. Yeah. Cool. Cool. Thank you
so much.
Thank you very much. I don't know if there are questions on the chat. We'll probably do another one. I've got, you know, at least once a month. body classes coming up, and there is an advanced body class coming up in November in Vienna, and also I think one in Costa Rica coming up as well. So that is with the founder of Access Consciousness, Gary Douglas, and the co-creator Dane here. And so you do need 2 3-day body classes in order to attend that, and a COP, which is a choice of possibilities. While you can take the choice of possibilities class online or purchase a class that's already happened on the Access website, you really got to show up live at the 3-day body class. And I'm going to tell you why. Because you're touching bodies, so you need to, show up and bring your body. Bring your body. That's what I'm saying. Just don't send your mind. Bring your body. And you can do those 2 classes with the same facilitator, right? And then the COP you can do online, and you can access this magical advanced body class with Gary Douglas and Dane here. Yeah. And if you do 2 3-day body classes with 2 different facilitators, right? Then you, even without the COP, then you can become an access body process facilitator, which will allow you to share these body processes in 4-hour sessions or 1-day sessions with other people. And just with one body class, you get to also start the process to become an Access Energetic Facelift. The Access Energetic Facelift is amazing. I do a demonstration in our class. I give little homework and home play for people in the class too. And I do a demonstration in the class, because even if you know the tools, even if you've done the facelift, Access Energetic Facelift, received it, done an Access Facelift class, I always invite the people in the class to share what they know about it, and so that when we finish the class, we're all more enriched, right? And that's one of the beautiful things about these tools in general, and about these body classes, is that once you get rid of the points of view and the I can'ts and the I don'ts, it's like a quantum leap that you do. You don't even pass through this phase from, oh, I can't do this, to, oh, maybe. You don't even pass through that. It's like, oh, I can't do this. Oh, yes, I can. Boom. And you access all of your knowing, right? And that contributes to everyone in the class. So we really do create it together. And I love that about Access. I love that about the tools, that people start sharing information that they didn't even know they had. And other people are like, oh, it's interesting that you said that, because when you said that, what came up for me was, boom. And we start creating the magic and contributing to the magic. That's possible, yeah. I think this is like the longest Facebook Live I've ever done, and just so thank you for that.
So much to talk about.
Yeah. Oh goodness.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
And people say, I don't usually have a strange voice, right? So I share one of my, obsessive compulsive things is I like to give everything that I can, and share everything I can about this work, about the processes, about not only what I know, but what other people have shared that they know, and the successes that they've had, and the questions. So please bring it all. Bring all the questions. There's never any question that's not relevant. And that's something about these 3-day body classes is, sometimes people ask a question in a bars class or in a foundation class that addresses something that is a bit more advanced. But there's nothing too advanced or too small in the body class. Any question is cool. And if it comes up for you, it'll probably be a contribution to everyone in the class. So we roll with it. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Kass, and to thank everyone that's been on the call today. We've had a lot of great questions, and great
thank
participation.
you so much, and thank everyone for showing up. The numbers of people are probably like, hey, she's going a long time. I gotta go. I got something else to do. But thank you for being on live, and for watching it later. If you are watching it later and sharing it, and We'll probably cut up little pieces of it and share it. So what else is possible for you, your body, and the planet? You know, and I love doing these classes because it's my sort of environmental contribution. Because if you've got people feeling good in their bodies, walking on the planet's like humming. Yeah, humming. It's like, ooh, walk on me. The grass is like, walk on me. Please choose me to walk on. Yeah, the lighter you are in your life, the more that shows up for the planet. So be that contribution. It's not just about you, right? It's about you and how you can contribute to the planet just by choosing more for you. Yeah. Thank you so much. And thank you, Miss Catherine. You are gorgeous. And I will see you shortly, my girl.
Can't wait.
Love you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Listen to you all day.
Thank you,
so
guys. Thank you for showing up. Thank you. This was fun. Oh.
Mwah. See you soon.
Let me introduce you to yourself. I believe you two have never really met. Okay, catch you later. Bye-bye. Arrivederci. Au revoir. Bisous. Kisses. Ciao.